Hey everyone, it's Richard here with a review of the AegisMax Wind Hard Tiny quilt. It is an ultralight backpacking quilt for 2 to 3 season use, and it can be found on AliExpress for $105 or £75. I ordered mine from Backcountry Store on AliExpress, and I got the quilt delivered to my house in the UK in just 12 days. The quilt is filled with 850 fill power down, and the outer fabric is made with 10D cell nylon. Much like the Enlightened Equipment quilt, the AegisMax quilt also has a U-shaped baffle design. If you're unfamiliar with quilts, they are essentially a bare-bones sleeping system without the underside or the hood of a more conventional mummy bag. Since the underside of sleeping bags are compressed when you lie on them, the quilts leave out the underside as to save on space and weight. Similar to many other quilt designs, the AegisMax quilt has a series of toggles on the underside so you can tie around your sleeping pad. Since AegisMax is a Chinese manufacturer with the Chinese market as its predominant primary market, people might have concerns about the sizing of the quilt. I'm 5'11", which is 180 centimeters, and I can confirm that I have plenty of spare room in the bag. I am able to bring the bag up to my shoulders very comfortably without any issues whatsoever, and I would say there's definitely a couple of inches left in the bag. Even though I'm fairly slim, I am a side sleeper who tend to toss and turn a lot through the night, and therefore in my experience I've always needed a bit more room in my sleeping equipment in the night. The AegisMax Wind Hard Tiny quilt definitely has enough room in it to not constrain me through the night. Throughout my testing, I've been able to take the bag down to -2 degrees Celsius, which is 28 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is whilst wearing polyester sleeping clothes, wool socks and a hat. I was adequately comfortable throughout the night, and I didn't feel any cold spots despite its sun-through design. However, I did wake up just a little bit before sunset when the temperature is usually at its lowest, so I think that a -2 degrees Celsius is probably the coldest I'd be comfortable with taking the bag to. The bag is a little bit pessimistic about its temperature rating, given that it says it's 0 to 5 degrees on the tag, which suggests that it's 40 degrees rated bag. However, I think in my experience it's probably closer to a 30 degrees rating. Both the footbox area and the shoulders area has a drawstring system which closes up quite nicely. I was able to cinch the footbox down to just a finger-sized gap. The snaps and toggles on the back also ties down the quilt well enough so that heat did not escape throughout the night. Because of its sewn-through baffle design, AegisMax has added a central zip so that a user is able to wear like a jacket. Personally, I've never been tempted to use it as a jacket just yet, but it could potentially come in handy, and I guess you might as well take advantage of the fact that it's a sewn-through design. I am very impressed by both the quality and the durability of the item so far. When I was testing the zips just to get a feel for them, the fabric did get caught a few times, and I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that the fabric didn't rip any of the times I tried to free it, despite the fabric being made from a thin 10D cell nylon. One of the issues I've had is loosening the fill through the fabric initially. In the first few uses, I could see the down and the feathers popping through the fabric, and after each morning I could also see a visible amount of down and feather on the floor of my tent. After 4 or 5 uses, the losses has started to slow down, and since then it's pretty much stopped. So in the long term there shouldn't be much of an issue at all, even though initially it is a little bit concerning. Another issue I have with the bag is the colour. I know it's a little bit of a minor complaint compared to the more functional issues, but I just find the colour a really weird, translucent grey colour that's not very appealing. Despite its low price, the AegisMax quilt comes with both a cotton storage sack to maintain loft, as well as a cell nylon compression sack to minimize space. Costing only $100, weighing 450 grams, and being able to be used down to just below freezing, the AegisMax is a definite recommendation from me. It is ideal for those who are starting out or are only interested in 3-season use, as the quilt's main limitation is the slightly less warmth that it offers compared to its competitors. It is especially attractive to those of us in Europe, as we lack the local European cottage manufacturers, and the American products are subject to high import taxes and shipping costs. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll try and do my best to answer them or find out the answer for you. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.